Okay, so in the past, one of the big problems with Nintendo consoles has been when third parties haven't backed it. For example, people have ended up being drawn to an Xbox or PlayStation because they want their share of Grand Theft Autos, FIFAs, and Call of Duties. It was great on the GameCube when Capcom really backed it, announcing the Capcom 5. And now we've got to where 2K Games have done a presentation, a short little one, that's 2K loves the Switch. And I couldn't be happier with this. Now, first things first, all of these games are technically ports, and I know people get very sick of ports, but in this case, with the Switch getting XCOM 2 and them also getting the Bioshock collection and the Borderlands collection, I think it sets you up in a good place where if the next XCOM 3 or Bioshock 4 or Borderlands 4 is going to come out, and these have sold well on the Switch, these collections, then they very well could decide, well, the originals or the first couple did well as a bundle on the Switch, let's put the next one on it. And the more companies that support the machine, the better. So it's in the machine's best interest for these games to come out. So I'm quickly just going to say what I think about each one. Now, the Bioshock collection, you've got Bioshock 1, 2 and Infinite, so 3 games there. And if you've got an Xbox One or a PS4, you can already get this collection on a disc, and it probably cost you a lot less. But if you've only got a Switch, they're good games. I particularly like Bioshock 1, and it's one of those games where you can't say much about it because it's all in the story. If you spoil the story, there's no point playing it. But if you haven't played it and you own a Switch, I think that collection is worth it for the first one alone. The second one was a little ropey in comparison, but the third one is also highly regarded. As for Borderlands, I've never finished a Borderlands, I'll plainly admit that, and in this you've got Borderlands 1, Borderlands 2 and Borderlands the prequel. I might have said 1, 2, 3 earlier, but you know what I mean, they're 3 games in the same series. And from what I've played, they're quite decent first-person shooters. They're not particularly up my alley, but they're decent. I've enjoyed the bits I've played. But for me, the real strength is XCOM 2. The only issue is, I don't see, if you're doing this whole collection thing, how they couldn't have bunged in the first XCOM remake. And maybe even the Enemy Within expansion pack along with 2. That would have been sweet for me, but XCOM 2 is a fantastic game. If you like slow strategy games, it's basically, if you're up your Fire Emblem thing and you like making decisions, you should like it. This is a great thing for the Switch. Yeah, it's 3 sets of games which have been out before, but providing they're priced alright, if you've not had exposure to them, any of them are well worth trying. Now, if these sell well, maybe the later games that come out connected to these, they'll give those a chance. Okay, that's Kerr9000 signing off. All I can say is keep on gaming.